Hey guys, it's Brock again. So I posted a video earlier today, and I got some hits on it and a lot of comments and questions, especially about like how the process works, um, and what exactly happens. So I figured I would make a video, tackling that. As I said previously, these videos are really to help educate anyone about anything that they want to know. I just find it so important. So basically, my journey, how I'm going about this. I am going to the Howard Brown Health Center in Chicago. Um, they have a program called Think. It's Trans Hormones Informed Consent. Um, basically, you go in for one medical visit. They do blood work and check your cholesterol levels, your blood cells, how much testosterone you already produce, and all that. Make sure you're just generally healthy. They also explain to you during that visit, like, a lot of the things that happen on T or I mean estrogen, depending on if you're M to F or F to M. Um, so you have that appointment, and then you meet with a hormone advocate, and basically it's like a psychoanalysis, but it's not like a regular therapy. Like, you don't feel like you have a mental illness or anything crazy. Um, you also map out your transition, which is pretty awesome. I have that appointment on Monday, super stoked, because that means if that appointment goes well and my blood work comes back, then I start T at my next appointment. That's the bomb. So it's a pretty quick way to go about it, and it's awesome, and you don't feel crazy, and you don't feel like you're mentally ill or something ridiculous. Um, so that's how I'm going about mine. A lot of people have to do therapy for years or at least months, um, and are made to feel crazy, and I don't think that's fair. Being trans is not a mental illness. Um, I don't know anyone who would ever, and it's also not a choice, I guess, is what I'm going for there. I don't know anyone who would ever choose to live like this. It's pretty, it's rough. Um, but we can change it. Our society is changing. Minds are opening. Access is definitely um, widely available. So, anyways, let's get to changes of testosterone, permanent and not. Cool. All right. So permanent changes. Let's hit those first. Um, voice change. It's permanent, guys. Um, once my voice drops, it's gonna be deep. Sounds sweet. Um, body hair. Oh boy, I'm gonna have lots of it. It has a lot to do with genetics, as do a lot of things. So kind of like they link testosterone to heart disease and strokes later in life for trans men. Um, but that has a lot to do with genetics. So if you're predisposed to it, guys, you gotta be careful. Cool. Right on. Hair loss is genetic. So like receding hairlines. Um, I have lots of hair. My mom and all. Yes, you have to check with your mom, not your dad. Doesn't matter. It's passed through your mom. So ask her about the dudes in your family. If they lose their hair, it could happen. My family, we have so much hair. I think I'm good. I hope so. I would cry without my hair, I think. I don't know. Your Adam's apple. This bad boy. If it gets bigger, it's gonna stay bigger. Same thing with your shoulders. If they broaden, if your face gets more angular, it's gonna stay that way. Um, I mean, it's a risk you take. Um, your skin, your pores get bigger, and it causes your skin to be rough. Um, I mean, things can be worse, right? So that's a permanent change. Um, things that are not permanent. Basically, when you start T, your fat starts depositing in your stomach as opposed to your thighs and your hips and your butt. So if you stop taking it, it starts going back to your hips and your thighs. Gross. Yuck. More red blood cells. Testosterone increases them, which puts you at a greater risk for stroke if you're already predisposed to it. If you stop taking T, it goes away. Well, it doesn't go away, but they decrease. So it's a risk you take, I guess. Whatever. Increase of sex drive. Shit. Should be fun. Basically, when you stop taking it, your sex drive decreases to whatever it was before. Whatever. I will stop producing eggs on testosterone. That sounds amazing. I don't need them. It wastes my time to make them. I should give them to somebody. Whatever. If you stop taking T, you can make eggs. You can have a baby. There have been trans men that have gotten off testosterone and had a kid. Weird. But, I mean, you know what? If that's what you want to do, then do it. Cool. Whatever. But they've not done any research on that, so they don't know if that like affects your child at all. So I mean, that's kind of like enter at your own risk type stuff. I mean, they don't really have any research on it. As for how long all these things start or like take to start happening, I don't know. It really depends on each person. So. I know the voice change and the hair starts pretty quick, so within the first month or two, those things will start happening. Some people's faces start changing, the shape and whatnot starts changing pretty quick. You can't guess. It's just different with everyone. I'm young enough, I might grow a little bit. They don't know exactly, but my doctor said that it might happen. But generally they say not to expect it, so we'll just see. I don't care. I'm already tall, so whatever. Only, like, the worst thing I can think of about taking T and then, like, stopping it down the road is, personally, I will have my ovaries removed. I'll stop producing the female sex hormone at that point. And if I stop T, then I am at a huge risk for developing osteoporosis. It's known to affect people who don't produce sex hormones the worst. So basically, if and when I have my ovaries removed, I'm understanding at that point that I can never go off T. So it's just something you have to know and you have to be educated about. So, yeah, I think I've covered everything that I wanted to. If there's more things you guys want to know, please ask. Comments, emails, anything. I will answer what I know, or I'll find answers, or I will find you someone who can answer your questions. So, yeah, I think I hit everything. And once again, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And I'll see you cats next time.